Hello and welcome to this Pearson briefing for 16 to 19 and adult qualifications as part of the Level 2 reform. So firstly, let's have a look at what the DfE are proposing for post-16 Level 2. Well, firstly, the DfE's proposals divide the qualifications into 7 groups, and this is according to their primary purpose, and we'll look at those on the next slide. The first wave of development was for qualifications that will start in September 2025, and this includes technical qualifications in construction, education and childcare, engineering and manufacturing, and health and science. All of the Level 2 qualifications, excluding ESOL and personal, social and employability qualifications, will roll out between September 2026 or September 2027. And the DfE are seeking to approve and defund qualifications within line with these dates. So what do these 7 groups look like? Well, on the left hand side of the screen you can see groups 2 through to 6, and these are all deemed as technical qualifications. They must all be aligned to apprenticeship standards at level 2. And there's a range of different funding here. So Group 4 is funded for 16 to 19 and adults, but learners must be occupationally competent or working towards competence to do that qualification. And Group 6 is only funded for adults. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the qualifications that are grouped together as progression to higher levels of study. And this includes Group 1 and Group 7. And Group 1 actually consists of 2 types of qualification, so the T-level foundation qualification and also technical progression qualifications. And Group 7 are qualifications that support progression onto Level 3 alternative academic qualifications. So from our perspective, what does this look like for BTEC? Well, we've taken those groups and we've created 2 distinct qualification suites aligned to the primary purposes that I've just spoken about. So firstly, we have the BTEC Firsts, and all of our BTEC Firsts will be about progression to further study at Level 3, and that will include alternative academic qualifications, technical occupational entry qualifications, and also T-levels. We then have the BTEC Technical Suite, and the primary purpose of this suite will be to support skilled entry job roles or onto an apprenticeship. Now that apprenticeship could be Level 2 or it could be Level 3. And these qualifications, as I said, are all designed around the knowledge, skills and behaviours associated with the relevant apprenticeship standards. For some sectors, these qualifications, i.e. the BTEC Technical, will be the best option to support progression onto other qualifications, so for example T-levels or Level 3 technical occupational entry, because of their distinct alignment with apprenticeship standards. So we're building a suite of qualifications at this moment in time, and as I spoke about earlier, there are 3 start points in terms of first teach. So there are 3 cycles of development for us, and you can see the first teach dates on the slide here. So there's this mixture between first teach in 2025, 2026 and 2027. We will be creating BTEC First qualifications or BTEC Technical qualifications in specific subject areas. And you can see on the screen here what subjects we will plant under the BTEC First brand and what qualifications we will plant under the BTEC Technical brand. Some qualifications on here you'll see have to be confirmed. And this is because at the moment there are either no Level 2 apprenticeship standards or the alternative academic qualification at Level 3 is still under discussion. As I said, the development covers 3 years. And what you can see here is a small chart that demonstrates cycles 1, 2 and 3 in terms of development years, and then also the activity that takes place during that year. So the pink squares denote where we at Pearson will be developing these qualifications. The yellow squares are once the qualification has been approved, but it will be all about provider readiness. And then the green squares are where that first teach of the new reform qualification becomes available. Between now and August 2025, There's obviously a lot of activity going on. So at the moment we are waiting to hear about the approval of qualifications that we submitted last autumn. So these are our Cycle 1 qualifications. We should hear the outcome of those in July of this year, July 2024. So between now and then, we have already amended the post-16 vocational qualification landing page, and that's starting to pull through some more information now about our headline offer on the reform. During this summer term, sector pages will be added to this page. So these will be sector pages for those qualifications that we have already just submitted to the Institute for Apprenticeships and DFE. We're including level 2 subject information in all of our post-16 briefings where it is applicable, and also you'll start to see qualification purpose statements for Cycle 1 being uploaded onto the website over the summer term. At the end of the summer, once we know we have approval, this is when we will be putting the specifications and authorised assignment briefs and other supporting material onto the sector pages and the spec pages for the qualifications that have been submitted as part of Cycle 1. And then in September, we will commence provider readiness. Between September and October of this year, this is when we submit our Cycle 2 qualifications to the department and IFATE. So from about October half term, this is when we will be sharing information with centres on those Cycle 2 qualifications. So what has been submitted, what those qualifications are, and what the progression destination of those qualifications is. Next spring is when we will go through the review with regards to these qualifications, and we're expected to hear the outcome with regards to funding again late spring into early summer of 2025. In July of next year, this is where funding potentially will be removed from qualifications that overlap with qualifications we submitted as part of Cycle 1. And then in August, that's when the Cycle 1 qualifications are available for First Teach. So generally speaking, this will be for the academic year of 25-26. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you found it useful. Please do keep an eye on our website and also our communications that is going out to centres, and we look forward to working with you soon.